shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real myself. My I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real myself. My I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money. I know you like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. Don't do the work we hate things that God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's wrong. You don't like money so much, why you get up and go to work? Everybody does get about money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. Not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. Hcortez.
Good morning, Black World, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, Hcortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical, proven, wealth-building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It's truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come to you live and direct from the Black Wealth Movement Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not found a way to build generational wealth, then check out the Black Wealth Movement. We have a financial success membership that will cost you $35 to start. Roughly $50 per month allows you to run your own business in the financial education space. That's going to allow you to minimize your taxes. We help people get a $200 to $600 pay raise on their job. Then they take the tax money and we teach them how to use our software to eliminate their debt. Then we have credit education as part of this membership. So you're fixing your credit while you're minimizing your taxes and getting rid of your debt. And then once you free up that money, we teach you how investments work so you can start investing to build multi-generational wealth. All you got to do is say, I want more info, and I will inbox you, or you can text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887, and I'll get you some more information. But just think about it this way, man. You've been trying money your way your whole life. How's that working for you? Be honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be financially, then let's do something about that, right? Do me a huge favor. If you're checking this out on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. If you have not already, same with you guys on Facebook, go ahead and hit the like for the page if you have not already, and then go ahead and share this out. Share, let me get 10 shares real quick. Can I get 10 shares real quick? That's your price of admission for attending the show. All you got to do is share the stream. And that's your price of admission. And I promise I'm going to give you some free value today. And all you have to do is share the stream to get it. DAZN, everybody give my man DAZN affiliated a nice warm welcome. He said, today is my first time seeing this channel. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. So stick with us for the duration of the show. I think you're going to be blessed this morning. What's the name of that song? That song is actually an original produced by me and my team about 20 years ago. The name of the song is called Switch It Up. I do have it available for sale, $1.99 as a download. So if you'd like to grab that and check out the whole thing, Ray, let me know, man, and I'll shoot you what you need to get that. Check that out. But yeah, it's called Switch It Up. Right? Me and a group called The Fam was doing our thing here locally in the St. Louis market, man. So yes, we did that almost 20 years ago, man. So it's pretty cool, man, that it's still relevant. It's still relevant today, man. The stuff that we talked about on that song, if you get the whole thing, you'll see that it is still relevant today. And that's why I do what I do, man. People think that I just started doing this. Nah, man, this has been who I am for a long time, man. Counselor said, boy, you're to love this show. All right, cool. All right, so today's show is also brought to you by Financial Health Insurance. Guys, if you do not have insurance, life insurance, get yourself some. Whether you go to financialhealthinsurance.com or go to your own local broker, stop playing around, man. Do the responsible thing. Get yourself some coverage. A lot of people think that they can't get coverage because of a past medical condition. They can't get covered because they smoke. They can't get covered because they're a little overweight. Things have changed in the world of insurance, man. So chances are we can get you covered. So all I want you to do is go to financialhealthinsurance.com. If you don't already have somebody in your family who sells insurance that you can reach out to, go to financialhealthinsurance.com and enter your information, and let's see if we can get you quoted something. If you're new to the show, we like to let you know exactly who this show is for. This show is for risers and grinders only. You got to be ready to get up and get out and get something in today's economy. Otherwise, you won't have nothing. If you don't get up, get out, and get something, you will never have anything. So that's who this show is for. This show is for risers and grinders, man, legacy builders. If you're trying to build a legacy for you and your family, then yeah, you're in the right place. Nate Glover, top of the morning to you. Shared the show on Twitter. I appreciate that. He in for a treat. Yes, the new guy is in for a treat. Savannah, Georgia in the building. Appreciate it, Nate. Nate Glover is getting that trucking deal going, man. So we've got people doing some amazing things, man, all over the country. And like Dr. George Fraser said, there's one thing to be dispersed, right? But because we're dispersed, we don't have to be disconnected, right? Everybody put in the chat, connect the dots. See, we got talent all over this globe, but the talent, although it's dispersed, is also disconnected. It's time for us to connect the dots. Put connect the dots in the chat, and let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're talking about 10 surefire ways to stay broke. Yeah, 10 surefire ways to stay broke. See, I figured that you guys are tired of me talking about building wealth and all this stuff. So I'm going to try some reverse psychology on you. Maybe if I talk to you about staying broke, that I flip a switch in your mind so that you'll do the opposite, right? It's time for us to connect the dots, Link Graham. We absolutely have to, man. We've got talent all over the place, and everybody's trying to go it alone. Everybody's trying to be the Lone Ranger activist. We're trying to be the Lone Ranger entrepreneur. We're trying to be the Lone Ranger leader. And no, man, we've got to connect the dots, man. This is going to be a group effort to turn this thing around, and that's what we're looking forward to do. So that's why I love to have you comment what it is that you do so that we can get together and really start helping one another. So today's content, I want you guys, I always give you my sources. So I was checking out a blog post today, and that blog post was called The Secret Entourage. So if you want to go and check out some other content that helps you with your mindset, check out The Secret Entourage, man. It's all about success, right? So this guy broke down 10 things that poor people do that will keep them poor, right? So we're going to go over those 10 today. So number one, poor people always see the problem ahead and never the solution. See, if you want a surefire way to stay broke, I want you to always focus on the problems and never the solution. That's a surefire way to stay broke. Says, damn, I think it's only me over here. No, Nate, man, we got to get connected, bro. Nothing wrong with being dispersed all over the globe, but let's start connecting these dots. Surefire way to stay broke, number one, always focus on the problem. See, poor people always see problems ahead. It says, in my office, no one is allowed to state that they have a problem unless they can come to the table with possible solutions. I don't want to hear it, man. We talked about this on one of my streams yesterday. Either do or don't do, but don't not do and complain about it. You sitting on your hands, complaining, not trying to change anything, and that's all you're doing is complaining. I have no problem, man. This is the no judgment zone for me. This is literally the no judgment zone. So if you like where you are, be where you are, but don't complain about it if you're not going to do anything about it. So number one, poor people always see the problems ahead, man. We talk about people being pessimistic and having a problem for every solution. Hey, man, you know what? I see that you're struggling with this. Here's one thing that you can do. Oh, no, that ain't going to work. Oh, well, why don't you try it this way? No, that ain't going to work because this is going to happen, right? People are jacked up in their mind and can only see problems sometimes. That is a surefire way to stay broke. Number two, people, poor people, broke people often have a lot of advice, but never have any experience to share. Poor broke people have a lot of advice, but they don't have any experience. You know why they don't have any experience? Because they ain't never doing nothing. All they ever do is talk, right? It says a huge personal pet peeve is when I hear people giving others advice when they have yet to accomplish something themselves. You're going to tell me how to do something that you ain't never done before. Huge pet peeve of the writer says, when I hear people giving others advice when they have yet to accomplish it. Have you ever seen a broke guy trying to motivate others? I see this every day and it really pisses me off, right? They give advice, but they don't have any experience, right? Guys, I've been an entrepreneur almost all my life. You'd be amazed at the amount of people who tell me what to do and how to run my business, and they've never even tried entrepreneurship. Never even tried it, right? Get up, get out, and get something. Either do or don't do, or don't not do and complain. Yep. What is your name, brother, so I can attach your name to this? I am Hcortez Springer on Facebook, the Financial Health Mentor. So if you want to tag Financial Health Mentor or Hcortez Springer, I'd appreciate that, Keisha. Thank you. I have so many people who have never attempted business tell me how to run my business, right? So many people who've never even attempted a business will tell me how I should run my business, will tell me what's going to work and what's not going to work in my business, will tell me what's good for my business. Man, you ought to do this. You ought to do this. You ain't never run a business, right? That armchair quarterback and sideline coaching, right? Number two way to ensure, a surefire way to stay broke is to never gain any experience yourself. All broke people do is talk. Number three, this is a big one. Surefire way for broke people to stay broke is to spend money they don't have. So Body by Bazelle jumped over to hang out with Nate on YouTube. I appreciate that, Bazelle. Nate must be asleep. Back to Facebook I go. No, I think Nate is over there. Bazelle said, didn't want you to feel like you were by yourself over there on YouTube. Number three, surefire way to be broke and to stay broke is to spend money you don't have, right? Says, wow, agree. People complain about being poor and broke. Absolutely. The solution is to find what you like and stay with it. Yeah, man, all the time. But here's the thing. We all spend money we don't have. And let me show you before you respond. Every single one of you on this stream spends money you don't have because we're socially engineered to do so. Does everybody agree? Everybody on here agree you spend money you don't have, right? Because if you say, nah, that ain't me, Hcortez, I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. We all spend money we don't have. You know what it's called? It's called debt. It's called debt. See, I have a van outside sitting in my driveway, and I owe on that van for 3 more years if I pay it as agreed, right? But me, I'm going to pay it off early. But if I pay it as agreed, how do I have a van that I owe on for 3 more years, which means I have planned to pay money that I have not even earned yet. I have planned to pay money in the future. Who knows where the money is going to come from in 2021 to be paying for that van? But we've been socially engineered to not even see debt in that way. It's spending money you don't even have. Some of you guys got mortgages. You are planning to pay a mortgage 20 years from now. You don't know where that money is coming from to cover that mortgage. You don't know, but you've already planned to spend money you do not have. Surefire way to stay broke. So you got to figure out how to overcome that situation, how to get yourself out of debt, how to transition, how to transform your life. Otherwise, if you keep spending money you don't have, you'll stay broke. Since people have budgets to allocate their spending, and while it's an important way to get to a better state of financial, most cases, poor people spend money they haven't received yet. I know a bunch of guys that used to work with me who spent 90% of their paycheck before they even cashed them. Now, debt is one thing. That's how they got us all trapped. But then some of us are trapped within a trap, right? What do I mean by trapped within a trap? When it comes to spending money you don't have, we're trapped within a trap. Yes, we got debt, but even before we get our paycheck, we've already planned what we're going to do with it. Man, I can't wait till Friday, man. I get paid this Friday, man. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go get this outfit. I'm going to go get that pair of shoes. Right? We spend money we don't even have yet. Social engineering is real, y'all. This is why I do this show, because people who are trying to overcome the way they have presently been engineered need to be in an environment where they can transform their thinking. They can be taught and trained to think differently, right? They've been taught and trained. We need to be retrained. We need to be engineered. This is me trying to socially engineer you guys to become wealthy. Because if enough people who rock with me become independently wealthy, I promise you, we're going to take over this whole doggone thing. If enough people can roll with me and follow this program to independent financial success, we're going to take over this whole thing, starting with our own communities first. But you can't rebuild a community without capital. And you can't bring economic empowerment to a community unless we first empower the people in that community economically. And all empowerment begins with education. Let's get to today's quote of the day, man. This is a very, very powerful quote. Very, very powerful. No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent. Man, that hits like a ton of bricks. No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent. Guys, and if you just jumped on the stream, please, please, please go ahead and hit the share button for me. We like to get this broadcast out in front of as many people as possible. And that is by Eleanor Roosevelt. So powerful and so profound, man. If you feel inferior, if someone is making you feel inferior, it is only because you have given them permission to do so. It is only because you have given them permission to do so. No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent. Today's daily quote of the day comes sponsored by Monetize My Life Academy. If you are building a business or building a brand, Monetize My Life Academy has all things branding and marketing for the solopreneur to explode their brand and take their business to a whole nother level. Guys, ebooks, webinars, courses, live trainings. We have a private Facebook group where you can get live Q&A, everything that you need to take your business and your brand to another level can be found at Monetize My Life Academy. $40 per month gets you in, and you will not be disappointed. I'm talking about hours and hours and hours of branding and marketing education, tips on how to earn and generate passive income. Go to monetizemylifeacademy.com and grab your free ebook. www.monetizemylifeacademy.com. On the homepage, you can put in your name and email and get a free ebook, Easy Online Incomes. If you want to make money online, that's a good place to start. So we're continuing with our article that we found on Secret Entourage, right? Talking about 10 surefire ways to stay broke. Number 4, focus on what they can buy. This is what broke people do. They focus on what they can buy and not how great they can become. This is a surefire way to be broke. See, it says when poor people work, start businesses, or focus on making money, they only do it because they desire to buy things rather than their ability to be the best at what they do. When poor and broke people start businesses, they go get a job, they focus on making money, they only do it for what they can buy. They're not focused on being the best they could be. They're not focused on what they can do, the impact they can have on this world. They're only thinking about the things they can buy. That's all. That's all they're thinking about. The things they can buy. It's crazy. It's a crazy dynamic. But Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad Poor Dad says, rich people don't work for money. Money is a byproduct of a rich person's desire to do some other things. Most rich people want to impact the world. Most rich people want to be in service to others. Most rich people are trying to leave legacies. And as a result of trying to do those things, the money just comes by default. You focus on what you can buy and not what you can become. Surefire way to stay broke. Surefire way to stay broke. Number 5. Broke people are excited about work-life balance and not work. Right? And what this simply means is every time I see somebody working a 9-to-5 job complaining about to quit, I ask him or her why they want to leave. And the answer is stupid, like, I want work-life balance, which probably is the dumbest reason to quit your job to go work for yourself. Why? Because working for yourself gives you less work-life balance than working for others. See, a lot of people got it twisted. And because they only want to start a business so they can buy more stuff, they don't understand that being an entrepreneur, you're trading an 8-hour-a-day job for a 24-hour-a-day business. But because they have this twisted, they think now I'm going to have work-life balance because I work by myself. I set my own hours. Now, most entrepreneurs, when you're starting out the first 5, 7, 10 years of your business, it's a 24-hour grind. That ain't the work-life balance you're talking about, right? Most successful entrepreneurs know that I'm jumping out of the workplace, not to work less, but to work more, for a shorter period of time. I work more in my own business than I did when I worked for one of the big 3 credit bureaus. I work more for myself, but that working more for myself It's collapsing time. It's condensing time so that I can squeeze 40 hours worth of effort into 5 years. But I get paid for the rest of my life as well as future generations. Right? Cosmo said, I slept 5 hours in 2 days. Grinding, man. So they don't understand what work-life balance really means. If you're just jumping on the show, go ahead and type in the chat where you're from, also the name of your business and your brand, and be sure to share the stream for me as well. Same thing for you guys on YouTube. They don't understand the full-time grind of entrepreneurship, and they think they're searching for work-life balance and talking about quitting the job. You ain't even ready. You're talking about quitting a job to start a business. Chances are you don't even have the right mentality to succeed in business, because you need capital to run your business. So you need to be saying, I'm going to run my business in conjunction with my job for 2 or 3 years so that I stay capitalized, so that I don't pull a rug out from under my family too soon. A lot of people just talk. That's broke people talk, man. That's broke people talk. They don't understand what they're saying. Surefire way to stay broke, right? Always talking about quitting your job and you ain't got nothing to back that up. Number 6, surefire way to stay broke. Always have a story or an excuse why they haven't made it yet. Since I love talking to poor people about success, sarcasm, as they will give you every reason in the book to why they haven't done anything yet to accomplish their dreams, ideas, and goals. Right? I love talking to poor people, as they will give you every reason in the book to why they haven't done anything yet to accomplish their dreams and goals. Calvin Wheeler, Smokestacks Lighting just started. Hey, I appreciate that, Calvin. What's going on? Bruce out of Columbus, Ohio, working to start. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. Little Rock, Arkansas, my econ, Zane's Beauty Supply Store. Okay, is that Black-owned beauty supply store? Love it, love it, love it. Nonprofit organization can cook just like my grandmother, +1 to do some t-shirts. Help me out, somebody. We got you, Ray Ray. And I know you're going to join the Black Wealth Movement, and you're going to get a lot of help when you do that as well. But there might be some people on this stream that can help you as well. We've got a couple people who run killer nonprofit organizations. In fact, if you can see this shirt right here, it says Young Biz Kids. That's a nonprofit by a young lady here in St. Louis, where we teach entrepreneurship to children. Youth Communications in the house. Okay, Randy, I see you, bro. So always, whenever you're in a public forum like this, man, always talk about a little bit about what you're doing, because you never know who is on the stream that can help you take your business or your brand to another level. It says, I'm getting a promotion on my job and I'm still focused on my network marketing business, putting in countless hours. H-Town in the building. There you go, Jay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So poor people, broke people always have this sad sob story about why they haven't made it yet. Oh man, yeah, I was on my way, man, and then this happened, and then I lost my job. Oh, I was right there, man. I could taste success, but then my son was born, so I had to put that down to do my son. And man, I'm telling you, if you want a surefire way to stay broke, keep telling yourself them sob stories as to why you can't succeed, why you haven't made it yet. Why you haven't made it yet. Number 7, a surefire way to stay broke. Poor and broke people have great ideas, but do nothing about them other than just talk. Poor and broke people. See, poverty causes you to see things from a different level. So a lot of inventions are in the heads of broke people because they see things that can help them overcome. They just don't do nothing about it, y'all. They have all these great and wonderful ideas, right? And see, I'm the type of person in my family. I have most people have, they don't have idea problems, they have execution problems. And see, I'm the other way around. I have ideas and I know how to execute. So a lot of my family come to me and they talk about the ideas that they have and things that they wish to do as if they want me to execute them for them. And I'm like, that's great. What you waiting on to get started? What are you waiting on to get started? How can I help you get started? No, I can't do this with you because I'm busy executing my own stuff. Right? You cannot, Shartan says, that's me. Great ideas, no execution. Join the Black Wealth Movement and let us help you with your execution problem. Right? We help people execute. Says, yes, my wife and daughter just getting it off the ground. I have licenses, working on vendors and buildings. Okay, great. Is that the beauty supply? I can't remember. That was Timothy. Yes. Okay. Nice. I love that, man. Let me know how we could help, bro. We got a great group of people in the Arkansas area. So if you want to join the Black Wealth Movement and partner with some brothers and sisters doing some amazing thing that can help you in this area, absolutely, we should talk. So too many people have great ideas. In fact, Dennis Kimbrough, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough says he's the author of Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, right? He says that every year we're all given up to 4 ideas every year that will make us a multimillionaire if we just act on them. 4 every year. All we have to do is take action and see them through. Every year, you're giving up to 4 ideas that can make you wealthy. But because you're not around the right people, because you have low self-confidence, because you might have put it out there, floated it out there, and somebody shot your dream down and said, man, that'll never work. And you agreed. Oh, yeah, you're right. Every year, 4 ideas. All right. Today's book excerpt of the day. This is from Monetize My Life, the book, 4 incredibly simple ways to profit from your passions with little to no startup costs. One of the ways that you can monetize your life is through exposing what you know so that you can build a tribe, right? It says exposing what you know is really the easiest part of monetizing what you know. There's no timetable. You can try different approaches until you really find your voice, and all the efforts will eventually come together to advance the collective. Just remember to keep the end in mind when exposing what you know, and that is to attract those of similar interests so that you can get them to know, like, and trust you on your way to establishing your authority and influence. It is this position that allows you to then monetize your influence. Are you guys exposing what you know to the world? Or do you whisper quietly in the ears of your family and friends about all the things that you know and want to do in business and all of this kind of stuff, right? One of the reasons that you see me every morning is because I want to expose to the world all the ideas I have for bringing economic empowerment to the Black community so that I can attract those who are of like-minded so that we can connect, right? So we can build this tribe of influence so we can go out and really, really, really accomplish the mission. Says, I would like you to come and support me. Please bring your team and resources to get more info at, we said no links, La Rashia, I think that is. But tell us, support you how? What is it that you do? It says, how do I join in Chicago? And you are powerful. I need to find positive people who are focused on moving forward and all that. Yeah, Calvin, text me at 314-874-6887. I'll get you registered, and then I will plug you into the Chicago folks, and that's who you'll plug in locally. But I'm looking for somebody who really will lead the team in Chicago and give me a reason to drive out there once or twice a month to really help you get this thing established, man. So text me at 314-874-6887. 314-874-6887, and I'll get you some information so you can study and see if this is really a good fit for you. But if you want to join the movement, absolutely. I'd love to have you, and I'll come over and help you build this thing directly if you're serious, right? So today's daily book excerpt was brought to you by Young Biz Kids. If you're in the St. Louis area, then we meet regularly. It's a nonprofit organization that teaches entrepreneurship to children. We teach them entrepreneurship, how to make money first. Then we teach them how to manage their money second. And then we will ultimately get them into a place where we would teach them how to invest their money, starting out with a 529 college plan. Just think about this for a moment. If you can teach your children how to do a small little business that might make them $100 a month, and then you teach them $100 a month in profit, then you teach them how to manage that money, put some in the savings, some in the checking, right? Take care of their daily stuff, and then start putting $50 a month into a 529 college plan. You're setting them up for a solid financial future. And that's what we do at Young Biz Kids, right? That's what we do at Young Biz Kids. So I will inbox you the information. Appreciate that, Lara. Share. So you must cut everyone off who is toxic. That is very, very, very true. Very true. Nate says, I will talk about it. They swerve me. Their mindset is the same. Yeah, it beats like that sometimes, Nate. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You just move on. And eventually, as you attract who you are, so the more you expose who you are, you attract people who are like you. And then if you are not, if you're attracting the wrong people, that means it's taking you too long to become the person that you want. You need to accelerate your growth. I'm going to say that again so you get it. If you're continuing to attract the wrong people in your life, that means it's taking you too long to grow into the person you need to become to attract the right people. So that means you need to accelerate your growth. Whatever you're doing to grow right now, it's taking too long. You need to accelerate it. You need to 10x. So if you're reading one book, you might need to read 4 books a month. If you're reading or watching or listening to one podcast, you might up that to listening to 4 podcasts. If you associate and go to networking events where different people hang out once a week, you might need to up that to 3 times a week. See, if you're still attracting the wrong person in your life, it says you haven't committed to becoming a new person yourself. Because I will tell you, when I became and really focused on shifting my mindset and becoming someone new, that created a natural clash between my old friends and my new friends. My old friends and my new self became like oil and water. Not that I don't love those guys to death. We've been through some stuff, so I love them. And that's one of the reasons that we tend to not get away from people, is because we've been through so much together. We can continue to go through more together if they're going in the same direction as me. But if they're standing still and I'm growing, eventually that creates a natural clash. So when my homeboys come around and they want to talk sports and they want to talk women, that ain't the conversation that I have. So because I don't have that conversation, they don't want to be around me. Man, Tez, all you do is talk about money and building your legacy and building your empire. All y'all talk about is girls and sports. See, it creates a natural clash. And because I don't want to disrespect them and say you foolish for only focusing on girls and sports, and they don't want to disrespect me and say you're foolish for only focusing on money, you're not really living, you're not having any fun. So we just naturally just drift apart. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's called evolution. It's called evolution. Another one, this ain't on the list, but a surefire way to stay broke is to continue to try to pull everybody with you as you grow. All right. So we've stopped on number 7 before we did the book excerpt. Number 8, surround themselves with stupid so they don't feel bad. See, we all have ego problems. It's just part of us. We all like to feel important. And sometimes the only way some people can feel important is that they surround themselves with people who are below their level of intellect. They surround themselves with people who are below their level of ambition. They surround themselves with below average people. So even if I'm just average, I surround myself with people who are below average. I can be head and shoulders above them, even though I'm not really doing anything great myself. They surround themselves with stupid so they don't feel bad. You ever wonder why poor people are always friends with other poor people? There is a simple explanation for that. First, poor people have the same mindset, so they attract one another. Therefore, they like to surround themselves or be around people who think like them. This gives them less stress and requires them to think less as opinions are shared among poor people rather than elevated to new thinking grounds. This is why people surround themselves with other poor people, other broke people. They surround themselves with people who also lack ambition. See, I get into a group of people because I'm so ambitious and they lack ambition. The first thing they're going to do is tell me how I need to tone it down, how I need to stop talking so positive. How, you know why? Because my ambition will instantly shine a light on their lack of ambition. And some of you guys are falling for the okie doke. Some of you guys are falling for the okie doke, right? Since I'm in Norco, Antioch, Antico, Brentwood area, please inbox me the books you mentioned today, plus info on how to join the movement. I have ideas. Wasted so much time procrastinating, not knowing where to start. Absolutely. Text me at 314-874-6887 or shoot me an inbox. That way I don't forget, and I'll get you that information. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, you know, surround themselves with people, and you're falling for the okie doke in the sense that because people are intimidated by you and your ambition and your drive, you want to tone yourself down to appease them. My girl Nikisha Smith says it best. She says the sun don't give a bleep who it blinds when it shines. And I had to learn that myself. The sun don't give a bleep who it blinds when it shines. The Bible even speaks to this. Says no one lights a candle and puts it under a bush. No, they put it on a candlestick so it can illuminate the room so everybody can see. So if you're around people who are constantly trying to put your light out, you're around the wrong people. If you yourself feel guilty about being around people and you're trying to dumb yourself down, you're around the wrong people. See, what if the sun did that? What if the sun rose every day? And we know that there are a small group of people who are literally deathly allergic to the sunlight. I'm not talking about people who get skin cancer, stuff like, no, I'm talking about there are people who UV rays will literally kill them almost instantly. Small percentage of the people on this planet who literally cannot go outside ever. What if the sun says, when I come up today, I'm not going to shine at full capacity because I don't want to kill that small segment of the planet that is really allergic to my rays. If the sun did that, then think about all of the other life that will die in the name of trying to save a small few who just can't deal with the sun's light. That's what you're doing when you put your candle under a bush. You're saying, I'm going to dumb down my greatness, the greatness that God put in me. I'm going to shrink that down because 2 or 3 people in my circle are intimidated by my potential for greatness. And while you're dumbing yourself down to not intimidate those people, the hundreds, the thousands, the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands of people who will actually get life from your light shining are dying. Yeah, I'm going to run that one back. You're dumbing yourself down because a few people are intimidated by the brightness of your light. And while you're trying to put a shadow or you're trying to cover, you're trying to hide your light to appease a few people, thousands of people who need your light to shine are dying. That you staying broke, you staying in a fearful frame of mind is killing people. Live with that. Number 9. Let me get it up here. Y'all go check my man out over at Secret Entourage. This is good stuff, man. You guys know I always try to give you my sources. I don't try to take credit for nobody else's work, man. I see something good, I think I should share it with y'all. Then I just, want to hit you guys with that. All right. So believe that others should help them reach the top. They believe that others should help them reach the top. Since I get in many arguments with people about this, as I get hundreds of emails asking for my Success Academy membership for free or at an extreme discount, right? People want to join the Black Wealth Movement for free. Now, here's what's funny about that. They talk about how great it is. They talk about how much it will benefit them. I see this as a way to change my life. I see that you guys can help me explode my business. I need to be in a community like this. They will tell me it's $1 million worth of value, but then when I tell them it's $35 to join, they have a problem. Wait a minute, you just told me how valuable this is, but then you want it for free. But I know what the real problem is. See, you invest time, energy, and effort into the things you value. You invest time, energy, and effort into the things you value. People do not invest in themselves because they don't value themselves. And see, and I recognize that that's just their problem. So no, you don't get a discount to join the Black Wealth Movement. No, I'm not waiving anything. No. You don't invest in you because you don't value you. And that's your problem. That's not my problem. You not valuing you. If you're gonna fix that, that's an inside job. I can't do that. Right? People do not invest in themselves because they don't value themselves. So no, you can't join the Black Wealth Movement for free. No, you can't get all our tools and our resources. No, you can't get in my inbox and ask me 1,000 questions about, can I coach you? Can I pick your brain? Right? If anybody jumps in your inbox talking about, can they pick your brain? That means they don't value themselves. And now they're trying to get your information that you put blood, sweat, and tears into acquire. They're trying to get that information for free. No, I don't work like that. I paid tens of thousands of dollars for this knowledge. And you want to jump in my inbox and ask me 1,000 questions, but you don't want me to send you a PayPal link. Right? So people believe that other people should help them reach the top and not have to give anything for that. So it says, what do you get in your membership? So we understand that in order for Black people in particular, but most poor people to build wealth, they have to understand what's causing them to be behind the 8 ball financially first. Inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. So joining the Black Wealth Movement, you get our income shifting membership that will teach you how to get a $200 to $600 pay raise on your job. Then we're going to teach you how to use our tools to take that extra money and get rid of your debt. Once the debt is gone, then we're going to show you how to fix your credit if you need that while you're getting yourself out of debt, so that you can position yourself to start investing $1,000 a month to build generational wealth. So we give you the education as well as the tools and the resources that you need to build generational wealth. But this is also a business opportunity because we pay referral fees. If you refer someone to our credit education product, for instance, you can make $30 on that referral. If you refer someone to our income shifting membership, you can make $35. So it's a business in a box with a financial education attached to show you how to use a home-based business to write off your lifestyle, because the money that you save from Uncle Sam, writing off your cell phone, your internet, your utilities, paying your children in business, this is going to save you money. Take the tax savings and get yourself out of debt. Once you're out of debt, now you have the money you need to start investing, and we can teach you investments, how they work, where to look to get double-digit returns on your money, and then you can build generational wealth long term. So that's what the membership is. This is what's funny with that is for most people, they will get the $35 back plus some immediately. Right. When you join the people who are saying that this is great, I love what y'all doing, man. Oh, it costs $35. If they would go ahead and follow through, then we would help them get a $200 to $600 a month pay raise on their job, which will cover their monthly expenses. Because it's roughly $50 a month to run your business, $35 to start, and roughly $50 a month. That's popcorn and peanut money anyway. But again, if you don't value yourself, you want to invest in yourself. Let me get to number 9, man. I didn't realize we were past 8 o'clock. All right, so number 10. And the last one is surefire way to stay broke. Broke people ask for feedback, but never listen. Broke people ask for feedback and never listen. Hey, Hcortez. So if I have, if you're saying if I have a business, then I can adjust my W-4 form, and that'll bring some extra money back into my household that I can use to help fund my business. Yep, that's what I'm saying. And they never adjust their W-4. Hcortez, you're saying that if I'm going to set up a business bank account, then I'm going to need a tax ID number. I'm going to need to file at least a fictitious name if I don't want to do the LLC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they never do. So if a surefire way to stay broke is to ask for feedback and don't do anything with it. They ask for feedback and never listen. They never take any action based on the feedback that they were asked. So you're saying that I should just go ahead and start my own business, right? You're saying that I'm a youth basketball coach, I volunteer, but you're saying that I can just go ahead and create me a full-fledged business out of the things that I'm passionate about? Yep, I think you should do that. It's going to allow you to start writing off some of your everyday expenses. That's going to save you some money. You can use that to get out of debt, transform your life financially. That's going to free up some money that you can invest back into the business and to scale the business up. Yeah, you absolutely should do that. All right, peace, brother. And they never do nothing. So it behooves me to give out free advice, because if I give it to you for free, I get nothing out of that. If you at least took action and built your business and had some success, at least you can come back and give me a testimony and say, hey, yeah, I talked to Hcortez, he gave me some tips, and he helped me get my business started. That's a testimony. I can work with that. But you get the advice for free and then do nothing. It's like, nah, man, let me send you this PayPal link and we can set up a 15-minute consultation. And if you need more, then you join the movement and we go from there. Right? People do not value themselves, therefore they don't invest in themselves. So those were, as Sean said, I love the way you think. It's not complicated. It's not complicated, Shartan. Hope I'm saying that right. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. You know, changing the way we think, connecting with one another, right? There's enough of us who are thinking this way, looking to really transform and change our lives. There's enough of us. Problem is, we're dispersed all over the place and we are disconnected, right? We're dispersed all over the place and we're disconnected. It's time for us to connect the dots all around the world. Everybody ain't about this life, y'all. Stop beating your brother up because he ain't conscious. Stop beating your sister up because she still wear a perm and a weave. Everybody ain't about this life. Find the people that are and connect the dots with them. That's it. Everybody ain't about this life, man. And it's okay. Because you think about other cultures, the majority of the people in other cultures are just everyday people, not conscious to nothing that's going on in the upper rooms of those cultures. There's a small percentage of people at the top level of those cultures making the decisions that's going to affect the greater good of everybody else. All everybody else has to do is just keep on doing what they're doing. We have to get to that place where stop waiting on all 40 million black people in America to get on the same page. It ain't gonna happen ever. But there's enough of us that can get on the same page and we can manipulate in a positive way. We can affect by creating our own media. We can tell our people how to live. We can tell them where to spend their money. Hcortez, we can't do that. Bull crap. Bull crap. It's happening every day. Somebody through mass media, propaganda, and control are telling black people right now how to think, how to eat, how to live, how to behave, how to associate one with another, how to relate to each other. Man, why can't we do that? Because we're waiting on all 40 million black people to get on the same page. No, we're not. No. We should take a few people who are serious about this and we'll say, hey, here's what we can do in this one little community. And let's encourage, let's build our own shops. Man. All right, I didn't mean to go there today. That's a topic for a whole nother show. So Real quick, just a shout out to my sponsors again today, Young Biz Kids. Go to youngbizkids.org if you got kids and you want to introduce them into entrepreneurship. Youngbizkids.org. Also, Monetize My Life Academy, man. All things branding and marketing specifically for the solopreneur to take their business to the next level and 10x their brand. $40 a month. All you got to do is inbox me. I'll get you what you need to register there. All of the tools and the resources you need to build your brand. My number, 314-874-6887. 314-874-6887. All you got to do is text me your name and Black Wealth Movement if you're interested in getting some more information on how you can join the movement. Today's other sponsor was, of course, the Black Wealth Movement, and then also Financial Health Insurance. Go to www.financialhealthinsurance.com and do the responsible thing, man. Get yourself some coverage. If you're not covered, get yourself some life insurance. GoFundMe is not life insurance. Fish fries and selling plates, that's not life insurance, y'all. Your family will be burdened with your loss emotionally, dealing with a lot. Don't make them have to deal with coming up with money to bury you as well. Insurance is not as expensive as you think, and it's become a lot more relaxed in underwriting in terms of how to get you qualified. Even if you got some medical conditions, even if you're a little overweight, even if you smoke, there's a policy out there for you. So financialhealthinsurance.com is where you can go get yourself a free quote. So that's it for today's show, man. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about serving your way to wealth. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about serving your way to wealth. So be sure to like the page, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already. Share this stuff out, man. As we continue to grow, we can continue to build. So I am Hcortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical, proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. And until I talk to you tomorrow, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every one of you. Peace out, y'all.